Good morning, students, or Jai Hind. In our previous classes, we have studied regarding the emergence of and the origin of feudal system in the in England, particularly in England, how the feudal system arose and emerged in the and developed in the England. You know very well. After the now after the invasion that was made by the Normans, understand, or then they captured and gave the defeat to the Saxons rulers, and and then after they established their own feudal system by the assigning or allotting the allotting the lands to the Norman nobles. In this way, this feudal system now began there, and knight system also began in the England. Understand? Or moreover, the Saxons and the others they became the cultivators under the Normans. Understand? They had been given the land or these Anglo Saxons peasants became the tenants of the various levels of the landholders. The big landholders, these Saxons or the Anglo Saxons became their cultivators, became their peasants. Understand? And moreover, students, we have already studied about the factors affecting the social or economic relation. Which factors now affected the social relations, means the between the relation between the kings, lords, and the peasants, common man, and the relation or the economic relation. Now the how the relation of the how much resources would go in whose coffers, in whose purse. Understand? This was the also affected by the certain factors. The while members of the first two orders, we know, saw the social system as the stable and the unchanging. I have already mentioned that the first state and the second state, those who had the advantage from the this system, they had the big and the big share and the big advantage. That's why they wanted the sustainability of this social system. Understand? Because they had the much profits by this, or they saw this as a unchanging. Understand? They now considered that this system in which they are taking the advantage would be the unchanged, and this is the sustainable. But it was their illusion, or this was their now confusions or the illusion, and there were several processes which were transforming the system, and moreover there were several processes were going on and they happening and underwent, which now were bringing about a very rapid social change and casting the impact on the society. Some of this such as the changes in environment, and now I am going to and we are going to study and discuss about the environment. The students, my dear students, environment has its deep impact on our life. Understand? In every walk of the life, and our culture, you have studied already. Our culture, our norms, our economic system, our political system, all these are shaped under a certain environment or under a certain climate. Our economy, understand, our political system, understand, or these all things go and shape or shaped under this environmental impact, under this environmental impact. So these we see that these are the changes in environment where the gradual and now almost imperceptible gradually changes happened, and others were more dramatic, like the changes in agriculture technology, and as well as we will see that how the agricultural technology by the passage of the time changes. The new tools, the new way of the cultivations, and the new instruments now came in the and began to be used in the agricultural system. And this now new tools or the technology, no doubt, now created the huge production and help in the abundance production on the production say food grains. And now this also make the stronger, more stronger, understand. And moreover, these in turns were shaped by the had the effect on the social or economic ties, and these changes had the effect on the social or economic ties. There were the social ties and between the feudal lords and the common man or the cultivators. Social ties were also, or the economic ties were. These between the lords and the vassals. This also affected their relation between the lords and their vassals. Understand? This was the because of the changing circumstances, because of the changing technology. Understand? Or the changing environment. This all had the impact. Or let us examine the process by one by. First of all, let's and the cast our attention or the pay our attention towards the environment. How this now students from the 5 to the 10th century, 5th century to the 10th century, in the most of the Europe was covered with the covered with vast forest. Most of the Europe was covered with the vast forest, and this forest and the land available for cultivation was limited, very limited, because most of the land and the territories were covered. Territory was covered with the plants or the bigger trees. Understand? That's why the only left left less field for the cultivation, and that was not sufficient. And those plains were not place for which were giving the high yielding, understand, were not sufficient for the meeting the requirements of the society. Understand? So now here we can see the peasants dissatisfied with their conditions could flee from oppression. One thing is that the forest now created the one thing. First, it left a little plain for the cultivation. Second thing, the forest was now supposed to be the dangerous or a residing or the dwellings of those peasants who were not satisfied with the system, who were being being tortured and oppressed by their feudal lords and by the system. So now time to time these the forests were the good place and the good place for the good hiding place for the farmers, and where the farmers fled and took shelter against the atrocities of the feudal lords and the atrocities of this their political system. Understand? So now they took the escape or in the and refuge in the forest. Europe was undergoing an intensely cold climate spell in this period, or moreover, during this period, the Europe was now passing through. Understand? A severe cold climate spell, intensely cold climate spell in this period. Or now this was creating the much, and this led severe prolonged winters. And this cold, understand, cold climate now caused a severe prolonged winters because of the cold climate. A severe long means that the most of the years months of the years was under the cold zones. Understand? Or as a this shortened the growing season for crops, and no doubt this long period of the cold understand, and cold season. So because under this severe cold, cultivation could not be done. Understand? It now hindered the cultivations. So as a result, growing crops and reduce the yield from the agriculture. As a result, what happened? The agricultural yields became the very less. It's now reduced the production. No doubt, agriculture productions were reduced. And moreover, from the 11th century onwards, a further changes occurred in the climatical system or the environmental system. A century, Europe entered in a warm phase. Again, the Europe entered into the warm phase or average temperatures increase, and gradually the average temperatures now grew. Again, gradually the temperatures became high, or which had the profound effect on the agriculture. Now this, as the average temperatures rose, understand. So now it's cast the profound impact, the huge impact on the agricultural system. And now students, this huge impact, how this now, because of that pigeons now had a longer growing season, as the because the winter season now shrank, understand, and longer just a the longer the hot season, understand, expanded. Hot seasons now expanded, and as a hot season came, pigeons had the longer growing season. The hot season expanded, so they had the pigeons found the longer growing season. Okay, the winter season shrank because of the rising of temperature. So these farmers got these farmers got the longer season for the cultivation, the longer period for the cultivations, and the soil now less subjected to the frost. And as now the hot seasons came, that these frost, the soils and the crops had a very little danger of the frost. Understand? Because of the cold seasons and the climate changed. And now this could be the more easily plowed, and the land could be the more easily plowed. Understand? Plow. And moreover, environment historians have noted that there was a significant receding of the forest in line many parts of the, and here the environmental historians now say that that the significant receding of the forest significantly now reduced and begin to be the reduced, whether by the cutting of the trees, understand, whether not people now not regarding the forest, understand, or felling down forest for the expansion of their cultivation or the arable lands, for the expansion of their arable lands. So this was the done, and now moreover significance or line many parts. This made the expansion of the area under cultivation possibility. As the forests began to shrink, understand, so the area to be cultivated over now expanded, and now the farmers and the cultivators had the abundant, the vast tracts of the land to be the cultivated, or the could be the agriculture. Understand? Moreover, here students, another changes or another now the methods of the agriculture we are going to discuss about here. The land use. Now the two-field system and the crop rotation. These were the two features of the agriculture in England. In the beginning, the first the crops rotation, second the two-field system. And now in this in the beginning, we can see that agricultural technology was very primitive. Very primitive means the very outdated or the very old way of the cultivation. In the beginning, in the Britain also, the cultivators say agriculture with the primitive say technology. Understand? Very primitive. The only mechanical and the only a mechanical or available to peasants was the wooden plow. Wooden plow was the mechanical and the drawn by the a team of oxen. This was a technology in the beginning, or the what you can say the primitive technology they had. Understand? The now a wooden plow and a team of oxen drawn that wooden plow, and moreover drawn by the team of this plow could at least at best this plow could at best scratch the surface of the land. Understand? It was scratched by the plow and plow the surface of the earth, unable to fully drawn out the natural productivity of the soil. But this scratched, understand, this plow scratched the upper surface of the land, but it was not capable or able to draw out the fertility of the land. Understand? It was not capable. The drawing of the fertility or natural productivity of the soil. The natural productivity of soil was not being drawn by the use of this primitive wood plow system. Understand? It was not sufficient. We can say in the other words we can understand it was not successful for the getting out of getting out the soil productivity. Understand? It was not suited for. Understand? Actually, and moreover, students, agriculture was therefore very labor intensive. Agriculture now required the much labor, the hard labor, or the intensive. Fields had to be dug by the hands also. But by the hands, how difficult it was to scratch the field. It was too difficult by the hands also. And often once in a 4 years, and sometimes the lands were scratched by the hands, often even after the 4 years. How the hard the lands, how the land surface would be the hard and difficult by the scratching by the hands. It was too difficult. That how imagine how this was possible the agriculture, and moreover enormous manual labors was required for this kind of the agricultural technology. Enormous hands and the labors were required for this. Understand? The students now, or also moreover another ineffective methods of the crop rotation was in the use. Another ineffective, not and the land was divided in the half. Every land was divided into the two parts. Understand? One field was, this is called the two field system. One field was planted in autumn with the winter wheat. One land was divided in two parts. One part of the land was cultivated in the winter with the wheat, with winter wheat, while the other field was the second field was left fallow, barren. It was left barren or the fallow. Rye was planted on this piece of fallow land the next year. The rye was planted in the next year, while the other half was put to the fallow, and the next other half was which had been the which had been the cultivated wheat in the last year. It was the left fallow and the put next year, while the other half the put the fallow. With this system, the soil slowly deteriorated. By this system, the soil gradually deteriorated. If you cultivate now, the soil now gradually now deteriorates, and moreover, famines were not uncommon. Famine means a long period of absence of the rains for a long period. For the years, if the rains uh, 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 don't happen and don't received. So this is the called as a famine, and that this is the and thus creates the hunger. This kind of the situation persisting for the and sustaining for the several years. Now, no doubt, this creates the hunger and the hunger and poverty in any country of the world. And this was the here we can see that the piece of fallow land the next year, while the other half was put to the fallow. With this system, the soil slowly deteriorated. The soil day by day, and the famines were here. Chronic malnutrition because of this famine, a sustainable, a sustaining, just a not rainfall, sustaining the famine. This created the malnutrition among the people. Famine means that the peoples now survive anyhow, but the absence of the malnutrition, absence of the malnutrition or in hunger, we can say, and moreover, where chronic malnutrition now alternated with the devastating famine. Malnutrition now prevalent, and the famines and life was difficult for the poor people or under this sustained famines for the poor, because the poor were the vulnerable class and they were easily affected by the this situation. So as a result, what happened? Their life became the much hard pressed and the unbearable. Okay, next students, we can see that despite this hardship, understand hardship, the Lord were anxious to maximize their profits and the incomes. On the other hand, under these all circumstances, okay, of landlords, still they have the unrest to maximize, to enhance their income. Under these circumstances, which were the very hard pressing circumstances, even then they were very much anxious to getting the income. Although the common man and the peoples were suffering, everything was suffering, but the lords were now inclining for getting the much and much money, making the much money. This since it was not possible to increase the output from the land, although the output from the land, it was not to be the maximized. Because of this condition, peasants were forced to bring under cultivation all the lands in the manorial estates. We know already that every landlords had the manorial estates. Understand? So they the peasants who were living under the manorial estates, they were forced by the lords, forced the lords to bring those lands, understand, which were uncultivable and yet not to be taken into the agriculture, must be brought under the cultivation. And this was the forced by the landlords upon the to their peasants. So the peasants and the peasants did not bow quietly to oppressed. Understand? The peasants now, they were very reactionary, and they, because they were the suffering a lot under this system, and peasants did not bow quietly to oppression, and this they could not bear this kind of the oppression very easily, since they could not protest openly. Although peasants could not express their resentment openly, can't they, or they resorted to the passive resistance. Now, if the peasants are suppressed, made the subject of the atrocities, and they can't openly resist the lords, so what happens under this circumstances? A passive resistance begins in the system. Passive resistance in the what way? In the way they spent more time cultivating their own fields, not cultivating the fields of the lords. They now started the more emphasis on their own personal interest, and that was the natural. Under these circumstances, what the lords were, understand, doing, and themselves, they also avoided the performing the unpaid extra services. They avoided unpaid extra services. It was the natural, because the lords were not paying them. Lords were now trying to extract much from them under such a depressing conditions. Understand? And moreover, they also avoided the performing, and they came into the conflicts with the lords over the pastures and the forest land. And moreover, the pastures land in the England and the forest land in the England were the common property. So that's where these fields and the grazing field, these were called as a commons. In the England, the large tract of the fields for the common used to be called as the commons. So now these cultivators and the peasants now claimed over the forest their rights or their share over the forest and over the common lands. They now say express and saw these lands as a resource to be used by the whole community, and these peasants saw and they wanted to treat these tracts of the vast land, understand, or commons or the forest, to treated the equally, and they understood that equally all the community had the right over that, over those commons. Understand? So under this, while on the other hand, what the Lord thoughts, they treated these as their private property, and the lords now treated these all the commons or the forest as their private property. So this became the bone of contention and the bone of the contention and conflict between the peasants and the lords. Understand? So now students, this is the today's topic, and the next day we shall discuss over the next topic, the new agricultural technology, which now came under the British agriculture system. Okay, thank you very much for attending the class.